The legacy of Ikemefuna. In the heart of Umidike, a small village nestled between lush green hills and the flowing waters of the Oji River, there lived a man named Ikemefuna Okri. He was a man of wealth and influence, owning vast farmlands, yam barns that stretched endlessly, and palm oil trees that whispered in the harmattan breeze. But despite all his riches, Ikemefuna carried a heavy burden, a yearning that made his wealth feel hollow. Ikemefuna had been blessed with 11 daughters, born to his 3 wives, Neoma, Adiku, and Ifeoma. Each child was a treasure, their laughter filling his compound like the song of the morning birds. Yet, in the eyes of the elders of Umidike, and by the traditions of the land, his lineage and inheritance were at risk. Without a male child to carry his name and take over his estate, Ikemefuna's family line would be lost and his legacy given to distant relatives. The whispers of the village were relentless. Ikemefuna, the man with daughters like the stars but no son to rise after him, they would say. Desperate to secure his lineage, Ikemefuna embarked on a quest. He visited the most revered Dibia, traditional healer, in the neighboring village of Amokohia, a mysterious old woman known as Mama Ejima, famed for her ability to see beyond the physical realm. The prophecy. Mama Ejima sat under the ancient Iroko tree, her eyes clouded with age yet piercing with wisdom. She listened to Ikemefuna's plight and remained silent for a long while, her cowrie shells scattered before her. Ikemefuna, she finally said, her voice a deep rumble, the gods hear your cries. A son is destined for you, but he will come at a cost. What must I do? Ikemefuna asked, his voice trembling with hope and fear. You must undertake a journey to the cave of spirits in the sacred forest of Onimiri, Mama Ejima replied. There, you will offer a sacrifice and seek the blessing of the goddess Enenimiri. Only she can open the path for the child you desire. But beware, the gods do not give without taking. The journey. Ikemefuna prepared for the journey with reverence, accompanied by his trusted friend, Obiora, a hunter known for his bravery. Together, they entered the forbidden forest, its shadows thick and alive with whispers. For days, they braved the dangers of the wild, slithering snakes, eerie cries of unseen creatures, and the weight of unseen eyes watching their every step. Finally, they reached the cave of spirits, a place shrouded in mist and glowing with an unearthly blue light. At the entrance, Ikemefuna laid his offering, a white ram, kola nuts, and a gourd of palm wine. He knelt and prayed fervently to Enenimiri. The cave began to hum with energy, and a figure appeared, Enenimiri herself, a radiant being with eyes like pools of water. I have heard your plea, Ikemefuna, she said, her voice like the flowing river. A son you shall have. But mark my words, this child will not come to you by ordinary means, and his destiny will shape not only your family but the entire village. The child of destiny. Months passed, and soon after his return, Ikemefuna's youngest wife, Ifeoma, conceived. The pregnancy was unlike any other, filled with strange dreams and omens. The village watched with bated breath as the months rolled by. On the night of the child's birth, a fierce storm swept through Umidike. Thunder roared, and lightning illuminated the skies as Ifeoma labored in pain. Finally, with a piercing cry, a boy was born. He was named Chibiz, meaning God is King, for Ikemefuna believed the gods themselves had delivered this child. The village erupted in celebration. Drummers beat their talking drums, women danced with joy, and the elders offered prayers of gratitude. Ikemefuna's compound, once filled with whispers of doubt, now brimmed with songs of jubilation. The hidden truth. As Chibiz grew, it became clear he was no ordinary child. He possessed an otherworldly wisdom and strength that set him apart from his peers. By the age of 10, he could recite the proverbs of the elders with the clarity of a sage and outmatched grown men in wrestling. But Ikemefuna noticed something unsettling. Chibiz had an uncanny connection to water. He would sit by the river for hours, speaking softly as if to an unseen presence. And strange things happened around him. Floods receded when he walked by, and fish leapt into his hands unbidden. Fearing the implications, Ikemefuna returned to Mama Ejima. "The boy is marked," she said gravely. "He is a gift from Eneni Miri, but also a servant of the gods. His destiny is not to inherit your wealth, Ikemefuna, but to be a bridge between the human world and the divine. He will bring prosperity to Umedike, but his path will take him far from your expectations." The legacy reimagined. Ikemefuna wrestled with the revelation, but as the years passed, he came to understand the truth. While Chibis did not inherit the yam barns or palm groves, he became a revered figure, bringing peace and prosperity to Umedike through his wisdom and connection to the gods. And as for Ikemefuna's daughters, they proved to be his greatest legacy. Their marriages forged alliances with neighboring villages, their intelligence brought new ideas to Umedike, and their love united a family once fractured by longing. In the end, Ikemefuna's search for a son gave him something far greater than inheritance, a legacy that transcended tradition, carried not by one child, but by an entire family united in purpose. What do you think of Ikemefuna's journey?